Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So welcome to today's pick a card reading, which is in honour of the full moon in Gemini. So on the 18th and 19th of December we will be celebrating and honouring the full moon, and this will be the last full moon before Yule. So very festive time for us. And as you know, with the full moon phase, it's all about endings and completions of cycles and projects coming to fruition. So even though it may be a time of an ending in your life, it's also the time for a new beginning. And this particular moon falls in the zodiac sign of Gemini. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which is the planet of communication. And so this particular full moon is going to influence communications. And so because it is a time of releasing your past, it may be time to heal relationships in your life and reach out to those that you haven't been in touch with for a while. Reconnect and heal those relationships. It's considered a lucky time because of an aspect in Jupiter. And so Jupiter is the planet of luck and it rules Sagittarius. So this could actually be a time of prosperity and abundance as well in regards to achievements in your life, and also financial support, monetary gain, and good luck in relationships of all kinds as well. And so as Gemini is a mutable sign of the zodiac, it could also influence the other mutable signs, so Pisces, Sagittarius and Virgo. So to begin the session, I'm going to pick a card from the Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards with a collective message for us all, just to give us some guidance on this full moon in Gemini. And then in front of you, you'll see three piles left to right. We've got on the left the wolf totem, in the middle we've got the goddess totem, and on the right we have the raven totem. So just have a look at the three piles and see which pile you are most drawn to, as this will be your pick a card reading. So the Moonology card will be a collective message for us all, and then it's picking from 1, 2 or 3 on the table in front of you as to which pile you would like your additional messages from. So let's just shuffle the cards from Moonology, the Manifestation Oracle, and let's just ask Spirit, our light family, any other beings of the highest light that wish to help us in this lifetime, please can you give us some guidance collectively? What is it that we need to know in honour of the full moon in Gemini? We appreciate your guidance and support. Okay, so I'm just going to fan the cards out and see where I'm drawn. Okay, so this is our card. Oh, last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less, feel more. Okay. Wow, this is such a powerful card. I can feel the energy from this card. Can you see how there are waves coming in? There are waves coming in which symbolises your emotions. So let me just pop this on the table in front of you so I can just focus on the energies and the messages that are coming through with this card. So Pisces is the most psychic sign of the zodiac. They're also the most creative and intuitive sign. So Pisces are very much about their feelings. And so what's interesting is that even though this is a full moon in Gemini and Mercury is the ruling planet in regards to communication, what you're being asked to do is to journey inside of yourself, to feel and process these pent-up emotions. So have you been oppressing emotions that are too painful? Have you been struggling on, soldiering on through a difficult time, having to hold it together for everyone else, but you're not actually processing how you truly feel? So this is definitely a time of quiet contemplation. Can you see the amethyst on the card as well? Amethyst crystal is one of the crystals associated with the sign of Pisces, and it's also a crown chakra crystal. It's a great meditative crystal. It helps to bring inner peace and calm. So you may want to sit in meditation holding an amethyst. And this will help you to open up that crown chakra, to connect in with your light family and the higher realms, to channel messages from your spirit support team. And it is just a time to allow yourself to be and to surrender to these beautiful divine feminine energies, which is about surrendering to the flow of life. You know, stepping away from the divine masculine, stepping away from always rushing, doing, being productive, to journeying within, centering yourself, focusing on creativity. So talking less but feeling more, exploring those emotions. And you may want to do this through your art. You know, you might not be somebody that feels that comfortable with meditation because of your constant chatter that goes on in your head. And so the way that you can really connect with your heart center, your heart space, is by engaging in creative projects and allowing your creativity to flow in that regard, and quietening your mind in that regard, because you're allowing yourself to surrender to that beautiful watery energy for you to create. And the other way of meditating or being in that meditative space without necessarily meditating, doing a guided meditation, lying down and quietening the mind, is by having a bath or a shower, because you know, the only noise that you have around you when you're showering is the running of the water, and that really helps to cleanse and calm your mind so that you can more easily receive messages from spirit. And the same with the bath as well. You might just want to have some candles and some soothing music playing, and just allow yourself to be present and allow your feelings to flow. You may have a cry, and that's okay, because it is all about releasing that pent-up emotion and processing past pain and trauma. So what can you do? What can you do to allow yourself to feel more and talk less? For you, it may be journeying outdoors in nature. That's where you find your solitude. That's where you hear your inner voice, your divine guidance. So I hope the messages resonated, dear ones. I'm now going to move on to the pick a card aspect of the reading. So I'm going to start off with group number 1, which is the wolf. Hello group number 1, if you chose the wolf totem, then this is your pick a card reading for the full moon in Gemini. So today I am working with the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle and the Gateway of Light Oracle as well. So let's see, what does Spirit want you to know? Okay, so your first card is Tranquility, which is number 39. So 9 and 3 make 12. So 12 could also be important to you. The month of December could be significant to you, it being the 12th month of the year. And I just love how this card is very reminiscent of the collective card as well. It's all about tranquility. And it says, in thy womb of blissful quieting and calmness, stillness lives, the world of worlds spellbound to silence. So I feel like this is a message about spending time in solitude, quiet contemplation, journeying and retreating within. And when you journey within, this is where you find your magic. When the mind is quiet And in stillness, you can discover new messages that will help you on your path, journeying forwards. You can reflect on what you've already achieved and what you would like to achieve in the coming year. So it's very much about needing some rest, needing some stillness, some quiet, some calm, and enjoying the silence. So I also feel for some of you that, can you see how there's a witch on her broomstick flying above the house here? I feel like for some of you it's changing your perspective on things, and you can do that through the process of solitude, quieting the mind, spending some time resting, retreating from the world, and then you'll get a renewed perspective. I also feel like it's recharging your batteries, so now it's a time to take a well-needed break and pause and enjoy this full moon and the peace that comes with it. For some of you, I feel like it could actually be a change of home as well, because of obviously the house on the card here. It could be that you are actually going away for the holidays. So I think of the film The Holiday and the cabin that they venture to. So it could be that you're actually going away, but I feel like the home is a huge focus for you at the moment. So it could be that you're making home improvements, you've got projects involving the home. You could be looking at investing in new property, finding a new property, relocating. So I definitely feel like the home is a huge focus for you at the moment, group number 1, and feeling at home within yourself as well. Your second card is Emerald Tablet Activation. It says Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifesting. Wow, look at this beautiful energy. Can you see all the light codes in the Emerald Tablet here? So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, you're having a light activation, which is actually around your heart chakra and your divine masculine, because of all the green. I also feel like for some of you, it's a time of healing. So connecting in with that beautiful emerald light from Archangel Raphael. So it could be that you've not been very well, or someone close to you's been poorly and you're sending them healing. You could even be on the path of a healer, walking the path of a healer, and this is confirmation that you're exactly where you're meant to be, and to keep focusing on that, because that's part of your life purpose. Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy. So this again, alchemy is all about turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. So what is it that you're birthing at the moment? It's also about balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So when I think of the heart chakra and the colour green, I think of the divine masculine. So are you healing your divine masculine? Are you balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine? But also this is a card of prosperity, because I see green as being a colour of luck, like the 4-leaf clover, and so you're consciously manifesting your dreams. So keep working on your goals and ambitions, because it's all going to be worth it, and everything is coming together, everything is coming to fruition. I also think of the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz. So I feel like for a lot of you, you've been on quite a journey, and it may have been quite hard, quite tiresome to actually get to this point, but the Emerald City is near, and so that end goal, that end result, will make all that hard work worth it. So keep focused and keep going. Thank you so much, group number 1. That's all I have for you today. Moving on to group number 2, which is the Goddess. Hello, group number 2. If you chose the Goddess totem, then this is your reading for the full moon in Gemini. So let's see what guidance we have for you today. Okay, so your first card is Darkest Hour, and it's number 9 as well, so the number 9 could be important to you, or the month of September being the 9th month. And can you see how this is actually very much connecting in with the moon, because of the moon cycles behind her? It says, there in the void of thy darkness swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, this is about working on your shadow self. So it's definitely a time of releasing past trauma, working through past pain, and again very much connects in with the card that I pulled at the beginning for the collective. And so you could actually be going through a dark night of the soul, another awakening of some kind, a personal transformation, and things could have felt very, very bleak, you know. And it's never easy when you're confronting the shadow, because these are the elements of yourself that you don't like, the elements that you find difficult to look at, the elements of yourself that are painful, but they're the parts of yourself that need more love and light than anything, you know. And it is about self-acceptance. And so I feel like this goddess, this antlered goddess, she is out in the wilderness, in the bleakest snow, but there's also a forest behind her, and so I see the trees as growth. So through this dark transition, you're actually growing on a soul level, and so it's looking for the lesson in what you've endured and taking the lessons forwards with you, releasing what isn't helpful, releasing the pain, releasing the grief, and taking forward with you only the lessons. And I feel it's swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. So yes, it's very much about self-healing, dear ones, being gentle with yourselves, taking your time. Taking your time is what I hear, not rushing the process, and sitting with your emotions. Don't run from them, because that's actually more painful, because your emotions can sometimes erupt out of nowhere, and then you're unconsolable and you can have some kind of breakdown. So it's acknowledging when things don't feel quite right within yourself, and then seeking the help to work through that. So I hope that makes sense. But it's definitely about going through a cycle at the moment, a cycle coming full circle because of the moon cycle behind her. And next we have Lemurian seed codes. Look at this. Look at all these codes on the card. And so Lemurian crystals, Lemurian seed crystals, they're quartz crystals that have these beautiful horizontal etchings in them, and they were buried deep in the earth by dragons. And it was so that humanity would find these beautiful crystals now to help us remember our memories of our Lemurian ancestors. And it says, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. So this is all about honouring your emotions, dear ones, honouring your sensitivities, being kind to yourself. You know, you might be somebody that is deeply empathetic, deeply sensitive, and so it's important to give yourself space, nurture yourself. Are you somebody that is unique in terms of being a non-conformist? Maybe you're quite unconventional or eccentric, and it's embracing that uniqueness, embracing the fact that you feel different, because you were brought to this world for a reason, to build a better world. You have star ancestry, galactic origins. You are likely a Lemurian reincarnated. And so your soul remembers Lemuria, our motherland, or Mu. And it was heaven on earth, and we can build that again, dear ones. We can build heaven on earth again. We just all need to keep holding the vision and rising above the fear and looking for the light, and to live with grace. So I hope that resonates, dear ones. Thank you so much. I'm now going to move on to group number 3, which is the Raven. Hello, group number 3. If you chose the Raven totem, then this is your reading for the full moon in Gemini. So let's just see what guidance we have for you today. Oh, okay, so the first card is the unknown, and it's number 41. And so 4 and 1 also makes 5. So the number 5 could also be important to you. And also, this could represent the 5th month of May as well. It says, think on it and you will stumble, for the heart is a ghost upon the unknown. Let it bleed into the depths, bearing nothing but desire. And so this is very much a message of taking a leap of faith. Even if you don't know what lies ahead, it's about being courageous, being brave. And even though your human self doesn't know what lies ahead, your soul self does. And it is taking a risk. Maybe it's about doing something different or approaching a situation in a different way. And it's basically saying, if you take time to think about your options or making this choice, you're going to spend too much time thinking about all the different options, and as a result you will stumble. Whereas if you just let your heart lead, listen to your heart, follow your joy, make the choice that will bring you the most happiness. You could have been putting off making a choice for the fear of the unknown, and what Spirit wants you to do is don't think too much, just act. Because it could be that whilst you spend time procrastinating, the offer or opportunity could then just disappear from you. And so what Spirit wants you to know is that now is the time. If you've been wanting to make that change, now is the time. And stop putting it off, you know, for fear of failure, for fear of not succeeding, not being good enough, because Spirit wants you to know you are so gifted. You have so much to offer the world. And, you know, even if you're thinking, oh my gosh, if I take that leap, what if I fall? And Spirit is saying, what if you fly? Highlight the eagle, spreading your wings, reaching new heights that you've never reached before. So it's definitely a time of being courageous, being brave, making a bold move, doing something that's maybe out of your comfort zone, but knowing that all will eventually turn well, because that feeling of uncomfortableness when you're scared of making that change, that's actually a confirmation that that is leading you closer to your higher purpose and your higher path. So trust in the unknown, trust that you're guided and supported by Spirit. They are leading you in the right direction, my dear one. So trust in that. And your second card is Solar Light Upgrade. Look at this, wow, all of the colours. And it's solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. Wow, okay, so your solar plexus is situated where your navel is, and it's the main energy center of your body that gives you the energy and motivation. And so it's allowing that inner fire to burn, stoking that inner fire, finding your passion. It could be that you've been putting off starting a project or creating something new out of fear or lack of motivation or lack of inspiration. And so this solar light upgrade is coming in for you to give you that push, give you that divine spark of inspiration to light that fire within you to drive you forwards. And so I do feel like it is a time of creativity, following through on your ideas, putting into action the plans that you've set for yourself. So what is it that you can do to actually bring your plan or goal into reality? I also feel like for some of you, you may have been feeling a bit lethargic or sluggish, unmotivated in life. And so I do think it is about balancing that solar plexus, and you can do that by working with crystals like citrine, or you can actually go out for a walk in nature. That will help as you'll bathe that solar plexus chakra in the sunshine. So it's all about finding that motivation, finding that desire, finding that fire again. And I'm also hearing for some of you that if you do something different, that's when you get renewed inspiration. So have you always fancied trying something new, doing something different? Well, now is the time. It could be that you want to study a new topic that interests you, or take up a new hobby of some kind. It could be that you want to visit a place that you've always wanted to visit, but you just haven't had chance to visit. I mean, obviously we're living in a world where the pandemic is still very much continuing on, and so travelling abroad can still have its challenges, but this could actually be a place within your own country that you would like to visit. And so it's making plans and setting goals for yourself to achieve this. So what is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to bring into fruition? What steps can you take to help you attain your goal? And being confident in yourself, stoking that inner fire, and setting yourself targets. Because if you are somebody that struggles with willpower and you lack determination, then maybe you need to start setting yourself small goals that you can achieve every day, which ultimately will lead you closer to fulfilling that dream or ambition. So what can you do for yourself today to give yourself a much needed energy boost? And I do feel like for a lot of you that if things have been feeling flat or stagnant or mundane, that this beautiful light activation around your solar plexus chakra is going to upgrade your energetic field, to give you that willpower, to give you that motivation to move forwards. So expect things to progress quickly. But remember, if you are making a choice, make that choice from your heart and really go for it, because you have got spirit on your side cheering you on. So anything is possible. You just need to believe in yourself. So I hope that resonated, group number 3. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed your messages for the full moon in Gemini. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please like and comment and share. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you're new here. And if you'd like to make a small donation to show your support to my business and my channel, then feel free to send a donation via PayPal. It's not expected but always appreciated. And I just want to wish you all a beautiful, magical, blessed full moon in Gemini and an amazing, wonderful winter solstice or Yule and Christmas to those who celebrate Christmas as well. Sending you so much love, light and joy, and I'll speak to you all very soon. Take care.